Hi there, here's the course update for September 25th. You can see here we're getting a little bit of wear and tear on the greens, and coloration's a little bit off, so we're going to have to raise the mowing heights here for the last couple weeks of the season just to get the plant as healthy as possible to go into the long winter. We're currently cutting our greens at 0.13 of an inch. We're going to move it up to 0.14 for the last few weeks of golf. You can see here the sod's still struggling a little bit on the 18th hole. Obviously we want to get these through the winter as well so we don't have to sod them again next spring, but basically we're just worried about these putting surfaces and picking up where we leave off this year. So the goal is to start the season where we are right now, and we have to do this by raising the height and controlling our cultural practices properly. As for the greens on the front nine, they're filling in well. We're still cutting them at with walkers at 0.180. We're not going to do much with them. It's just the same program as getting them ready and hardened off for the winter. For the most part, they're looking pretty good. You can see here this little strip here is some of the smaller areas that are just filled in by the natural growth habit of this creeping bent grass. So there'll be spots like this that we just left, and the grass is filling them in naturally. So we hope to get these greens. We're not going to do much with them other than just get them ready for the winter and put them to bed properly, and then hopefully next spring when we pull the tarps, everything looks just like this. So the greens that we seeded last fall, this is number 2. You can see it's actually looking really good. There's some spots that we have to pluck the PO out of that haven't filled in quite yet, so that's kind of why we're just waiting on opening this. Theory right now is that there's only a couple weeks left of golf. Why would we start to stress it out and put it backwards going into the winter? So we'll just keep these greens closed for the remainder of the year, and then, as I said, the same with the other ones on the front nine. Well, hopefully when we unveil them with the tarps that they look just like this, and we can get going on them right first thing once the weather warms up in the spring. So the sod work that's remaining to do on some of these greens and bunker edges and all that, so we've stopped our sodding for the year as well. You can see here this bluegrass on 7 that we laid last week. It's got a little bit of white roots starting to catch on it, but for us to do that with the bent grass or those bunker edges that are really stressful areas, doesn't seem like it makes sense. It seems like just a waste of our time, and we'll be doing it next spring anyways. So we're going to wait for we get the bodies in the spring. We'll do all these areas again properly, and then we'll be able to maintain them and take them through the summer and get them to catch. The short game area is coming in well. This is the putting greens. You can see it's a little bit of dimpling, but it just has a little filling in to do for next year and maturing. The fairway is amazing. It's basically filled in. It's just building a bit of a mat layer now, but it looks awesome. The bent love this native materials, so we get through the winter, and we'll have a good start of getting this open a little earlier than in planting date. July 17th was planting date, so look forward to seeing this next year. Season's starting to wind down. Our staffing levels are shrinking a little bit. Right now we have 16 full-time colleagues and a handful of part-timers that will come out and help us throughout the week. Our morale's high. We're excited to keep the course going in the direction that we have it, keep it playable for the last few weeks of golf, and get it as healthy as possible to survive the winter and come through the best as possible. So hope to see you out on the course and enjoy this last few weeks.